even though I decided to live here in a community and where we research about a new culture, about living in a new way together, I had to see that I was just taking with me all the patterns of how to create family inside of community, and that it is a private issue, and that I cannot ask for help because it was my decision and it's my responsibility, and kind of creating low drama around that.
Mm.
And throughout the last years, also with Anton and Clemence having a baby as well, this started to shift, and I started to understand that when I dare to open up for the feedbacks and for the perspectives and opinions from the others, it is enriching my own world of how I want to raise my children in such an enormous way. I love that Ardo is running around me.
He's enjoying it.
Yes. Our children are such a beautiful example of how to go in this enjoyment and connection completely out of their pure impulses. Children are still so connected and so authentic about what it means to be human, and for me they are masters of authenticity, of what it really means to be alive. And I hold space in a way for them so they can most naturally keep the treasure that they have inside, which is this authentic connection with their freedom, with their will force, with their needs, with their expression. And I can see how in our modern society, children bit by bit are being taken away this natural curiosity about life and about themselves. And I have this big commitment that I want my children to never lose this curiosity and this joy about being alive and about discovering so many things throughout the whole day. I set this frame so they can unfold inside of that frame. And the frame I'm setting is authenticity from my side, about my feelings, about my relationships, about how I communicate with them. So I don't communicate with them in a way that they are stupid or they are smaller or they don't know.
Mm.
I share with them what is going on and what I am experiencing. Of course, in a way that they can understand in the world they are, but still really trying to be in this respect for what they are and for the bigness they carry inside of them, of being so connected still to the invisible realms, of being so pure and authentic in their expression of feelings, and how to kind of through them heal myself also in their expression of frustration or sadness about something that I say from my programming, from what I learned, and I understand this is the real reaction that is causing in other people. And because they are children, they reflect it instantly. They don't have any filters. They don't pretend anything. I can learn so much from them about my own conditioning, about my own way of limiting my own freedom. When I understood that it is important for me that others also enter into this private constellation of family, me, my partner, and our children, when I really made this movement towards the group of saying like I want your feedback, I want you to be part of it, because I always wanted, and still there were parts of me that were kind of rejecting or having a lot of fear. And there was also not really spaces for feedback. There were things happening and I could sense that this person has this opinion and this person has this opinion, but we would not really gather and talk about it. So this was my first move to call in a children's node in our Taurus technology decision making. And in this node, all the people who are interested in child raising are participating. And we go through situations that were just occurring. We go through different agreements that we see are important to have a common sense about it, a common agreements about them. What I love about living in a village, about being with other people, is that every person here has their own special gifts and qualities, and my children can sense that and like sniff kind of, okay, with this person I can do this, and with that person I can go there. And so for example, with Rosabelia, Aru has a tradition to go drink a tea and eat a cookie and talk. And I mean, for a 4-year-old boy, this is a very beautiful ritual. He loves rituals. But anyway, having different adults as reference points, not only mama and papa, creates this freedom in Aru, in my children, in children in general. I see they get super independent because they know I will always have someone. There is always someone I can join. There is always someone who has space for me, for real attention, for real connection, for discovering, for learning things. It's like a sense of abundance for them. And for me as well, to know, okay, it's too much for me now. Who can help? And he goes with somebody else. So there is almost no overwhelming, there is not the need for so much overwhelm and so much saturation that I can sense and see in families living privately isolated in modern society, because there are always again and again these spaces where I can nourish my time with my partner. I can nourish my time with my own creativity and with the projects and dreams I have. Besides from being a mother, so I can go back to my children being nourished, being fulfilled. And I think they can also sense that. I love that the children are such amazing guardians of rituals. Like we have this ritual of gathering and singing and blessing the food before we eat. And if we don't do that, it's really dramatic for Arun. It's really, really dramatic. He is like, and the song? And did you already sing? And what is going on? It's kind of, he cannot understand when something is not happening. So we really have to be careful what kind of things are we creating, and because he will take them and he will be guardian of them. I tell him, take off the shoes when you go inside. Next person comes in and he says, take off the shoes, because he learns exactly, like he immediately incorporates everything that we want to have as values and as ethics and as rules also in our game world. So children are amazing guardianships of the things that we set, like the agreements, the clarities that we bring into the space. And also they are an amazing reflection of what is not working, where we don't have agreements, where we are completely unclear, where everything is super loose. Because then there is a tantrum, and we know it's not the child. It is us not understanding that he needs another rhythm, not understanding that we are talking too much mentally and he can just not be part. Like there's such a immediate feedback from the children around our spaces and around how we hold space for children. And also for high intensity of emotions going on. Like when I speak with a elevated emotion in my relating with my partner, with David, Aru would immediately stop it. Don't speak like this. He's so sensitive around when there is high emotions going on. And I think that's beautiful that he is so sensitive to it, and not he has not learned to just shut up and kind of adapt. Maybe one thing more to children, for me it is a path. It's something to discover in going, in doing, and there are always things that I cannot see, and that kind of are reflected in my children through their discomfort or through their being annoyed. And then I know something is not okay. Like right now we don't have enough other children, for Aru especially. And I know it's my responsibility to invoke more culture of children here. And this is the next step for me in holding space for the children here. To always understand, okay, what is the need right now, and respond to it. Mm-hmm. This is how we learn. There are pañales all over, and we have to gather together and say, like, okay, that doesn't work. How do we do it? We put the bucket outside, and we put it all there, and caca not while there is food, and pee not like that. You know, like messes happen, and then we gather and we talk and we create the rules, and we create the agreements. But most of the times things have to happen before we understand that there's an agreement needed. But there is no manual.
Yes.
This is how you have to be with children in a new culture.
Yes.
I don't know, like we don't have plans about school. Like we know that we don't want to send them to school. But what will we do? We will find it out while going the path. And I think the most precious thing throughout raising children here, throughout my time in Inla Kesh raising children, has been to understand that it is crucial to put our personal transformation in the center. Because what is going on with the children is a reflection mostly of what is happening inside of the parents and also in the community. So once I do the healing, I reflect myself, I understand what is going on inside of me, in the children there's a shift. there is a relaxation, there is a movement. So to understand, it's not focusing on the children and they are being a problem, what is going on, what do they need, also of course, and knowing that everything we adults transform between each other, all our quality of relating, this is what affects them, this is who they become, this is what they deeply suck into their hearts, into their beings.